In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use our mobile-friendly SD card reader with a Android phone. And in this particular video, I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, so it's a little bit of an older phone. It's got a micro USB plug, and so I'm going to show you how to use this if you have a micro USB plug, but it's the same principle if you have a newer phone with the Type-C. So first, let's just show you the product here. This is the card reader. And keep in mind, this is a card reader. It's not a flash drive, so you will need a SD card to operate this. So let's just show you real quick. Two sides of this device. You have this side has a Type-C connection on it. This side also has your USB 2.0 connection as well. For your older phones like mine, it flips open like that, and it's got a micro USB plug here. So I don't know if you can see that, but this just has a little hinge that pops up to reveal the the micro USB plug. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using for my phone because it's got a micro USB plug. So on your phone, the app that you're going to use is called a My Files app. At least it is on mine. You may have a different file manager app on your phone, but you're going to just look through your apps, see if there's any kind of My Files app or file manager app or something similar to that. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up on my phone just so it will be ready. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the SD card, and if you look on this card reader, you'll notice that on one side there's a slot for a standard SD card, and on the other side there's a slot for a micro SD card. Those are the smaller ones that some of the newer mobile devices use. But I have this card here that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to just plug it into the device. I'm going to pop open this micro USB plug so it'll fit into my phone. I'm going to find the plug. Now, this plugs into the same place where your charger plugs in. So, in case you're confused about where to plug it in, we're going to just plug it in here at the bottom, make a secure connection. And you should notice on the back of it, when you plug it in, there's a light that lights up, and that'll show you that it has connected to your phone or your device, that it has power, and that it should be working properly. Now, on my phone, it automatically opened up the file that it is using. I don't know if you can see that. It says USB storage. So this is considered a USB device. And so when you look on your phone or your device, it's going to say something like USB storage on it. But if you can't find it, here I am at the main home screen of that My Files app. And that's device storage here is actually your phone storage. So you're not going to want to open that yet. And then this USB storage is the actual USB device that's connected. So if you see this USB storage on here, that means it's properly connected. And you can click on that, open it up. If you don't see anything in here, that just means that your SD card may be empty or not have anything in it. If you're having trouble with it connecting to your device, if it's blue lights on, your SD card's plugged in and you're still not seeing anything, you may want to try a different SD card. You may want to get a new one that's formatted properly. And if you're not sure how to format it, you can find videos on YouTube about how to format an SD card. Okay, so let's say that we're ready to start moving files. We know that it's connected properly. We've got our card in there, the blue light's on, and our phone recognizes the device. Now to actually move the files over from your phone or your tablet to the card reader, you're going to click on Device Storage, and that's going to open up all the files that are on your device. And I've noticed that most pictures are in a folder called DCIM. I don't know what that stands for, but if you click on that, it's going to open up pictures that you've taken. It's going to open up different apps that you have that you might be taking pictures on. So you're going to look for one that just says camera. So those are the pictures you've taken with your camera. And then you simply want to select the pictures that you want to transfer over. And to do that, you are going to hold down on the picture you want to copy. Now don't just press it, but you actually have to hold down, and it's going to open up this menu to the side. And then you can start selecting the different files that you want to copy over. You're going to hit More at the top right here. It's going to give you a couple of options to move, copy, compress, or detail. So let me explain the difference between some of these. If you want to, or if you select Move, it's going to actually take the pictures off of your phone and move them to your card. I would not recommend doing that. I would actually recommend copying, and I'll explain the difference in a second. If you select Copy, it's going to save the files that are on your phone. It's going to leave them there, but it's also going to make a copy and put them on your SD card. And the reason I would do that is because if you have any problems and the files don't transfer properly for some reason, then you don't want them to remove the pictures off of your phone until you know that you've gotten your pictures to the right place and they've been copied over successfully. Then you can start deleting those pictures and free up some room on your phone. The third option, compress, is if you have large files. Let's say you try to transfer the files over and they're too big, they won't fit on your card. You might want to try compressing the files and copying them over that way. And that'll turn the files into a little bit smaller file. I've actually had times in the past where when I've hit move or copy, they didn't copy over properly. I don't know if it was because the file size was too big or something, but when I hit compress and copied them over that way, it worked properly. So we're going to just, for this video, we're going to only hit copy so that we don't delete the pictures off of the phone yet. So I'm going to copy. Now it's asking me, where do I want to copy to? And we want to copy to that USB device. So we're going to select that. And I've already created a folder for this. And I'm going to hit done, and it's going to start copying those files over. And you can see it copying right now. Okay. And so now I can see the images here. Now if you don't see the images there for some reason, if it just shows the file name, try to open it up, and if there's problems, that means something didn't transfer over properly and you need to try it again. And so you might want to try compressing the files if that happens and try moving them over that way. So let me show you how to do that real quick. So we're going to go back to My Files, click on Device Storage, find our camera files again, which is under DCIM, Camera. And now let's say for these video files, they're pretty big, so I'm going to compress them. So let's select a couple of these, and let's hit More and Compress. And I'm just going to rename it Videos to Transfer and hit Compress. So now it's compressing those video files. And you see, and now I have a file here called videos to transfers.zip. So I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to, again, you can copy or move. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go back to the USB storage device. I'm going to go to that folder where I copied the other files to, and I'm going to hit done, and it's going to copy that file over. So now you've moved your files over to your SD card. Now the last thing you want to do is just unplug the device. And now if you have a computer that you want to transfer the files to, you can use this USB plug into your computer, and your computer should recognize this device as well, and just transfer the files from the card to your computer, and now you have them backed up safely. Okay? This also, some other uses for this, you can actually, if you have movie files, you can load up an SD card with movie files and plug this into your phone or your tablet while you're on vacation, let's say, and then you can watch those movie files while you're on vacation. Let's say you're traveling in an airplane or a car and you want to have some videos to watch while you're traveling, you can use it for that situation. If you want to show a slideshow of your pictures on your TV and you have a USB plug on the back of your TV, you could load this up with pictures for a slideshow. You could use this to share pictures and videos with a friend. So there's a lot of uses for a device like this. All right, that's it for this video. We'll see you next time.